Music Studio.
In Marakisa, in the outskirts of Brikama, about 35 kilometers south of the capital Banjul, Penda Jallo returns home from a neighbor's house to cook lunch for her family. Penda is not only her family's cook, but she is also its primary breadwinner and economic lifeline.
I sell at Serakunda Market. I spend whatever money I make from there on rice and other food items for consumption. I sell cassava and tomato. Cassava is what I sell the most.
Every day, Penda wakes up as early as 4 a.m. in order to get to the market about 25 kilometers away from her village on time. She buys vegetables from farmers and sells it for profit. But selling those goods is oftentimes a struggle.
It's not easy to sell these days. Sometimes I spend up to 3 days trying to sell a single sack of goods without success.
Living from hand to mouth, Penda's daily income from the market is spent entirely on the most essential item for her family of 6, food.
What I earn from the market isn't for saving. It's all spent on food to eat. I have no money to save. We use everything for food.
Until 26 years ago, Penda's life was different. Her husband Abdoulaye Ba, a popular lieutenant in the Gambian army, adored her and always provided for her.
When he was alive, I had no problem with feeding. I would wake up in the morning and he would give me the fish money to go to the market for food shopping. I never bought soap or even a match. He was responsible for everything.
On the fateful day of November 11, 1994, Lieutenant Ba was executed by soldiers loyal to the then military coup leader Yahya Jammeh and his junta for alleged coup plot. Since then, Penda has been her family's sole provider, a responsibility that is often too big for her shoulders. Busumbala Women's Garden. It's another day at work for Mariama Kamara, a native of this community. Mariama's husband was the sole breadwinner in the family, but when he died, life became tough and she turned to gardening to feed her family comprising of her grandkids. Every penny Mariama earned from her vegetable garden goes to cater for the family's daily basic needs. As the state of emergency imposed by the Gambian authorities to stop COVID-19 adds to the economic hardships of already struggling families, Miracle Miles Global The Gambia donates food items to Penda and Mariama and their families. Miracle Miles The Gambia is an NGO whose programs in the Gambia seeks to improve lives and empower people to create and sustain their own viable income streams in order to take care of themselves and their families and communities. The Gambia is one of the 5 poorest countries in Africa according to the latest UNDP Human Development Index. With a population of about 2 million, Gambia's income poverty and household food insecurity are widespread, and nearly half of the population lives below the absolute poverty line. Across the country, women bear the brunt of this poverty. Therefore, programs by Miracle Miles the Gambia give a ray of hope for those women and their communities.